Hey, that country mom. We're having a little bit of difficulties. If you want to stick around, I'm getting ready to tell my story of how I got sober.
We're going in like 2 minutes. I host a podcast and called Feral but Sober, and Kandra is my guest today, but she has quite a few TikTok followers, so we wanted to stream on here as well. So we're doing it a little different than I normally do it, so it's taking us just a minute to get started.
But if you guys want to stick around, I have a crazy story. If you guys like the tea, I am the one. I am the one. I've got all the tea.
Yeah, I've been trying to get her on here actually for a while. Me and Kandra, I was just explaining, we know each other very well. We lived together for a long time, and I've been trying to get her on the show since I started it a couple months ago, and situations just have prevented it until now. So I'm super excited.
Yes,
to have her on here finally.
Excited too. Especially any recovering addicts. I know everybody loves to hear people's stories and stuff, and it helps other people that are trying to get sober. You know, you can do it. We was the worst of the worst. It didn't get no lower. So
all right, hey Facebook, here we are. We're live. We're live for episode 10 of Feral but Sober. I'm really excited to have with me a very good friend of mine, somebody that I know personally, and we lived together for many years of our life. I know I've lived out 3 times for people that have been here the whole time, but we are just now officially getting started.
Can everybody hear me? Let's make sure that.
Yeah, can everybody hear everybody? I got one.
I don't want to go through all this.
All right, we're live here, episode 10, Feral but Sober. Guys, I'm super excited. We're going to do, Kandra's going to tell her story today, and then we're going to try to play the game that I had tried to play last night. Okay, anyway. All right, well.
Out of that now. Get off that plug. We know better. No. We don't mess with plugs. Come here.
No, I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
Nova.
All right, guys, I think that's as good as it's going to get for Kandra on the Facebook. All right.
Can everybody hear me? I have somebody in here. Can you hear me?
Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining us. We're getting started for a podcast that I actually run. Kandra, it's a recovery podcast. Kandra is in recovery on her journey, and she's going to tell us her story. We'll take questions from the audience, comments, anything that anybody's got. And then at the very end, if nobody's got nothing else, then we will play a little game and we'll kill some time. Right. I apologize for the the split screen. I know some people can barely see me. I'm having trouble seeing Kandra, but we really wanted to stream to her TikTok because she has a lot of followers and she wanted to share her story with them as well. So we're doing something a little bit different today, but bear with us, guys, because it's a really good story. Buckle up for the ride.
So do you want me to tell it all or like just
whatever you want, whatever you want to talk about?
Okay, so hi. I am Kandra, recovering addict. I don't count my time anymore because I think it sometimes overwhelms me. I've been clean since 2020 of March when I went to prison. So, back that up to when I was a kid. I was the middle child, with 3 other sisters, the second oldest. So I kind of followed my oldest sister. She started smoking, gardening and stuff. So I started as well. I wanted to be like her. I wanted to be cool. Well, then in school, I just started getting in trouble, fights, always suspended, always sent home. So like I just ended up quitting school. Then it went to I know like on TikTok you can't say a lot of things. So like X. And then I did a lot of that with an ex-boyfriend who ended up passing away at 17. And then I got into pain medicine. So that got worse and worse and worse as time progressed. And nerve medication. And I had a baby named Serenity. And I gardened.
Not a baby anymore.
Not a baby anymore. She's older, 21. So I ended up, and at that time I was only gardening. That's it. So I ended up losing her to the state for gardening. That was it. That was all. Somebody called CPS on me and said that I was holding her and doing that at the same time, which that was not true. I didn't even smoke cigarettes around her. But anyways, they ended up taking her from me. My grandma took her, and I went buck wild because I was 18 years old, and I was like, heck yeah, she's safe. She's with my grandma. I could see her whenever I want. It's cool. Like, yeah, let's go do whatever. So I got worse and worse and worse and did everything you could think of. And then I lost my apartment in Bella Vista. It was $10 a month rent, and that's what I got evicted for, was not paying my rent. I was just young and dumb and just doing everything that you could think of at that time. So I moved into Hamersville, where my mother was at. I come from an addict mom. That was, I'm not saying she was a bad mom. We had clothes, we had food. We had our basic needs, but she was an addict as well. So, sorry, I got ADHD. I done missed where I was at. She was living at this guy's house, and it was a horrible house. It had rats the size of cats.
Funny.
And it was a mess, okay? And we lived in this, okay? And a lot of go-go was going around there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get on the go-go, and I'm going to get crazy and not sleep for days. Sure, yeah, I want to go with you to go get the ingredients that you need. Yeah, I want to go with you. So long story short, I ended up going to prison for manufacturing for 4 years of my life. I got out and I went.
You were really young when you went the first time.
Yeah, I was 20 years old in prison. So it was crazy. So I got charged with everything that the guys got charged with. We was in a big clean sweep and everything. Well, I got out. I went to a program and did 4 months and then went home. And then the OCs were really big, 80s. And I got off parole, finished it. So I got on them and it got really, really bad. And that's when I met her sibling and was with him for 14 years. And then it went from OCs to boy. And it just got really, really bad from there to where my body physically had to have it at all times. And we've done a lot of stuff that I'm not proud of. Pulling up in people's yards and taking their wheels, or batteries or whatever it was to freaking get what we needed.
I know
By
that's
any
not funny
means
for anybody
necessary.
watching. But the
Huh?
reason that's funny is because I know that's not funny why I laughed when you said the wheels, but I won't say for anybody watching. The reason that I laughed is because they straight got caught. Like the guy just like
Yeah,
walked.
red-handed.
They walked outside like, "What are you doing?" And it was just funny at the time.
And it was very embarrassing, and I sunk down in the seat. So, yeah, like I don't care, rototillers or whatever they're called. Anything that you left in your yard, we was taking. So
Air conditioners.
And that's not good. I'm not bragging about that by no means. I'm just saying that's how bad it was, because we was so sick from that and our bodies needed it. We was willing to take from grandma's.
Yeah, and I want to say, I know a lot of people watching right now are probably Kandra's followers. If you guys don't know, a lot of my platform is based on anonymity, like owning our actions that we did in recovery or in addiction, and like we're never promoting, we're never glorifying, glamorizing, or romanticizing addiction or the things that we did. But I like to laugh at ourselves, guys. I grow through chaos. I like to think of, like, to me, it's like laughter is a good medicine, and it reminds me how far I've came. Like, I can laugh.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine doing that now. Like,
gosh, no.
A doctor gives me a medicine and I Google it now. Like, what is it going to do to me? Because, but before I would pull up to some guy I don't know and get some stuff and put it in my body,
Yeah. And like when I met my husband and I had to tell him like about my past and stuff, he literally said to me, I can't even see that. Like, I can't even imagine that was you. Like, because that's not the person I am anymore. Like,
right, exactly.
Like, I could never imagine doing half the crap that I did back then. Like, never.
Yeah.
In my life.
And the cops, like, I used to feel like the cops would treat me like very badly. Like, every time they would pull us over, like, they would take me and like they would search the whole car, and it pops up in red, drug abuse. But now, like, it may still pop up, but they see that I've not been in any trouble since 2020. I've got a beautiful baby that's well taken care of. I got a nice car. I got license, insurance, stuff that I never had before in my life, so.
I want to say on the subject of the cops and stuff, like, I'm speaking with an officer, like, recently about doing an episode, because I know so many of us, like, in addiction, we get arrested and we think, like, they're pieces of crap. They tore us away from our families. But, like, y'all, it's our fault. Like, and so she is an officer in a small town, and I'm hoping that she can do a segment. But my idea for her was to do something, like, for her to talk about how it does get, like, because she's arresting people that she knows and things, you know what I mean? And like, they do have parts that they don't want to do that shit. Like, it was our fault. Like,
yeah, exactly. But we blame the cops. They did stupid, like when
we blamed anybody
else, when we just got back, and they kicked in the door at the house, I was mad at them, like, because they took me before I was able to get well, just crazy stuff like that, But I lived that for 14 years, which I'm not blaming him by no means, but that's just what we did, and that was normal to us, I've been in some crazy situations, that one guy, I'm not going to name any names, but straight takes a lady's purse out of her cart. That's how desperate he was to feel better.
And ran with people chasing him.
And ran.
Like right in the middle.
And then had a bunch of motorcycle guys running after him because they seen it. Like, just the stuff is crazy now to think about, like, that, what I was involved in and what I was willing to do then. And now I'm so, like, worry and like, I'm like, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? Oh my God, and like, just such a different person than I was before.
Yeah. Things that I would not even think twice about doing in the past, like, that I would never do now, like, especially dragging my kids places. You know what I mean? Like, never in my life would I dare.
And like, how many people would take their kids down there with them to get their stuff, and we really didn't think of that then, but now it's like, what?
Yeah,
you
like
know?
I would get people to give me rides, and their toddler would be in the back seat, and I'm talking not a baby, like a toddler old enough to see what I was doing and stuff, and them not give a shit, and me not give a crap, because
Yeah.
I didn't, I didn't care. But now thinking back, like, oh my god, I wouldn't do that in front of somebody else's kid, and I would kill somebody for doing that in front of my kid, like.
Exactly, right. Yeah, like it's just crazy how much we change when we're not that person anymore. But I ended up leaving her. Do you want me to say like your brother? Like
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
her sibling went to jail, and I ended up losing our place, and I got with some random guy that I really would never have been with sober, or really, the other way, because he was not my type at all, but he had money and he had a car and he had everything that I needed to stay well. So I did that for a little bit of time. And then I ended up going to prison again for child support. Or no, I like missed a whole bunch about cadence and everything.
I interrupted you when you were telling your story, and I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, you're fine.
Go ahead now.
So we'll go back to when I had endocarditis. I got endocarditis really bad, from using, points. So I was in the hospital for like 3 months, and then I was in a nursing home for like 3 months, and I was using in there, and I was almost dead. Like, and they had a camera on me the whole time, like, and they had a pick line in me, and they're like, you better not put nothing in that. And I'm like, I'm not definitely going to put anything in that. But I thought about it.
You did.
At the time. I never did. I was scared because he said it goes straight to my heart. But I thought about it. So, I spent 3 months in there, and then I started talking to this guy that I've known for a really long time. And he was like, I'll pick you up. He lives in Toledo. You can come out here, start a new life. There's nothing out here. You don't know nobody, So I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So I go out there. And it's not 4 months later, we're both using, like, everything. All the hard drugs. So I get pregnant. And I'm already deep in. I was a little bit clean. Like, before I went down there, I wasn't where, like, I needed something for me to be well. You know what I mean? Like, I was using, like, subs and stuff. So, I get down there, and about 4 months later, I'm pregnant, and I am sick off of the boy. So, I never went to no prenatal doctors or anything. So I go to the hospital. I come back because he was beating me bad, like really bad. And my sister, I called my sister to come get me because I was 5 hours away, and she called that county's parole officer and found his parole officer the first call. And like told him, and they showed up at the house and seen me. I had like bruises all over my face and stuff, and they put me in a hotel until my family could get there, and arrested him. And I ended up coming back, to my area, and had her, and she was full of everything that I was doing. And they took her from me, and I decided I was done. I'm going to rehab. I went to rehab, and I was in there for 4 months, and I got custody back of her. I was doing really well, doing so good. I was thriving. I made it all the way through the program. Ended up in there for like a year, and went to sober living, and my little sister passed. And it turned my life upside down, like totally upside down. Like the way it happened, everything that happened. It was about a couple weeks later, and I started using again because that's all I know how to numb the pain of losing my sister, So, CPS shows up to give me a drug screen, and I fail for go. So they took her from me, and it turned me into a monster, like a real life monster. And I went hard again, like hard. And this time I wanted to go out. Like everyone I did, I wanted to leave this world, like at that time. And it was just so bad. And like, I did just what I did with Serenity, like she'll be okay, whatever. So, I ended up going to prison for child support. And I did 18 months.
Yeah, baby.
And I got out, and I got with my husband out of the halfway house, and he started working a good job, and I got pregnant, and I've been sober since. And we got a house. I've got my license for the first time ever in my life. We got insurance, like we've got cars, I've got everything that I need, and I got a baby, and I got guilt from my other ones, but Serenity is my oldest, is still in my life, and we have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with my family. It's just you, like, if there's anybody listening and you are sick and you are out there, like, it's possible. Like, I was one of the worst of the worst of the worst. Like, I would take from my grandma, if I needed to, like, and that's sad, So I'm just saying, like, and it's worth it. Like, I always used to be like, sober has to suck. Like, that's boring. You know what I mean? But it's really not. And that's all I got, guys. That's all I got.
Yeah. And guys, like, when she says like the worst of the worst, like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, we live in, like, for all intensive purposes, like a flop house, dude. Like, we all lived together. It was me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and his girlfriend, which was Kandra, and my sister and her husband. There were some kids in the house. Sometimes I had cousins that would come in and out and stay with their partners. I mean, friends, friends of the family, people that had cars.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people that had cars, anybody that needed a place to live, like, I don't know, anybody that had money or a sack that day or whatever, they was staying there. Like, my house was very, very open, very come and go, very...
And so was my mom's. So we kind of bounced back and forth.
Yes. Like, yeah, so, like, both of us, childhood houses, the house that we lived at together, and then houses, like, after that, like, we're just complete drug houses, like, where we woke up in the morning and would, like, everybody, red team, go.
Yeah. Red team, go.
Yeah.
How much do you got?
Everybody, red team, go. Yeah. $5.
I got an IOU. I got $5, but he's going to give me some more tomorrow.
Yeah. An IOU for sure. But yeah, like, I just, like, guys, it was for real. Like, that was what we did every single day. We all got up. We all, sometimes we came together. Sometimes we would sneak off. Like, I know literally that Kandra and me and I had, like, this heist planned one night. We was going to go out and, like, steal from some people or whatever. And, like, Kandra and another person both wanted to come with me. And Kandra got, we were, like, sick, like, borderline sick. And Kandra got on some nerve. And she ended up, like, completely wigging out. They ended up, like, fist fighting over who was going to go rob somebody with, like, it was.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, not funny, guys. Like, but, like, that's what our life, that was our whole life.
I love her too. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I was jealous because he's my friend.
But, like, that was
that's
our
what
whole
it
life.
was. You can't just take her, not me. Like, what?
No, like, and that was the kind of things that we did. We would sneak off, like, and take my parents' car. Like, we lived, like, an hour and a half from the city, guys, and we would, like, steal their car when they didn't even know. Like, they didn't even know we were taking it. We'd say, like, we're going to the gas station, or Kandra's people's car, and, like, Kansas too, where her family lived, I went and stayed there like when I was on the run from the cops because they lived in a junkyard with like a gate. My dad paid them to be able to let me live there because the cops couldn't get in the gate. Like they, because
Yeah.
that was my address, so they weren't allowed to come in there. Even though like they knew I was staying there because we live in a very small county, but
Yeah. Like I didn't even say half of it because it's just crazy. But
it's so much,
yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do my show like a lot on, guys, is like I want us to talk about those things though, like the crazy
Yeah,
stuff that we
because
do.
it
I don't
helps.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be romanticized, and I'm very clear and upfront about the fact that I was a dumb crap.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it was
Me
stupid.
too.
I'm not saying any of this was a good idea or anything like that. I'm just saying that it happened and those were my experiences and they are still valid.
And I knew in the back of my head that I was doing wrong, but my body was telling me, you got to get better. Like, I
yeah,
remember looking at people driving down the street thinking, I just want to be normal like them.
yeah. Or like when
Like,
I would
wake
wake
up
up
and
in the
not need
morning
anything
and kids would wake up, like if I would be in a household with kids and a kid would wake up in the morning and they're just like,
on
woo,
the
good
go.
morning. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, like, and I just,
Don't touch me.
like, yeah, I'm like, get away
Don't
from me.
touch me.
But
Yeah, please don't touch me.
yeah, but it's crazy the things that we think are normal too. And I think I grew up in a household similar to like where you grew up, like where drugs were very normalized and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I didn't even really know that it was wrong until it was too late.
Yeah. We was already in there.
Like when you got with my brother and we all got on the boy, and I was only like 16 or
Young.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and I
We was
remember like
definitely kids. I was
fighting
only
it.
like 24 when I
Yeah,
started with Ike.
yeah, we were young kids, and that's why I say I made a video about this the other day. Is that I struggle a lot with telling my story because a lot of things that I say make people I care about look bad, like my
Yeah.
dad, and,
Yeah.
and I struggle with that because I hate that, but
He's
at the
not
same
here
time, and I love
anymore.
my dad, and I honestly in my heart think that he tried the best with like what
He
he
did.
knew, but at the same time he did fail, like he failed, like
Yeah,
he
but I think also too, like he kept that family together. He was the rock, and he tried his
yes,
best to
he
keep your mom in
definitely was.
line, to
That's
make
why
sure
we're
everybody
close
was taken care
now.
of. I
That's
mean,
why
we
we
always had a
don't
house to live in. If we all needed
yeah.
something, he would roll up to the DNS and just crush the car that we were driving in,
Yep.
and we'll figure out a
He did.
ride out of there.
How many times too or like not how many times, but when we moved to Ripley, guys, we moved all down to a little trailer park and all they had was 2-bedroom trailers and he rented 2 trailers so that my brother and sister and their partners could have a place to live.
Yeah,
Like,
and he let us live there, and he treated me like his own. He knew my dad and was friends with him. But I feel like he always treated me like, we got in our fights and our arguments,
oh God, we
but
all
who
did.
doesn't when you live together and you're,
Yeah, we all definitely got into our fights and stuff, but like I
but
don't know.
when
And
it
my
comes
dad
down
did
to
try,
it at
and
the
that's
end
why
of the
I say
day,
like I struggle a lot with telling my story because a lot of things do make them look bad. Like I started drugs very young, and they let me, like they let me, and but on the flip side, guys, like my dad started a boy because we were all on it, and he was trying to keep us from the robbing
yeah,
and the I have another close family member who was big on the selling of herself and stuff like that, and my dad tried to keep that down, like,
yeah, he didn't
and
want her doing
by
that.
by providing it to us. And was that the right answer?
We
Probably
didn't have to go
not,
out
but
and
like,
steal and do whatever we had to do to get it. I feel like he did try, like, in his best intentions, but
yeah, for sure.
for
Like
sure.
I don't know how many times he gave me a 20 or a pack or whatever for like $3 or like whatever
Yeah.
I had
He knew
or
he wasn't getting the money. Like,
yeah, he had a book that like with a debt in it that we all owed that he knew he was
yeah.
never gonna freaking get. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and
you
like
pull it out every now and then.
in turn, yeah, when he was mad at us, and in turn though, like he did a lot of prison time and stuff like that because of not because of us, but because of the selling, because he was
The lifestyle
trying
we
to
live.
yeah,
I mean,
like
look
he
how many
really
times
did.
they came in that house, like 4 different times.
Yeah.
Like different family member, you know, doing it.
Yeah, the same house just got raided by like different
I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea if we do this here anymore.
Yeah, right here, like right here. I'm like, oh, it's fine. They just went to jail last week. It's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
But that, you know, that's the stuff that we really think is like good idea. I don't know. Do you remember like one time Kandra called me and we were sick, and a friend of mine's dad had like propositioned Kandra, and like, you know, she didn't do stuff like that. We didn't do stuff like that. So we
Yeah.
decided, because we were sick and he didn't want to give us money, he wanted like favors back, and we didn't want to do favors because who does, you know? So
We don't do
we
that.
like robbed him. Like we robbed him and stole his wallet and had to like run all the way home from town and like all
Through
kinds
the
of
park,
stuff,
like,
you know.
yeah, cut up. Or the time that me and Ike wrecked on Kirby and Coleraine, and we flipped that car over that Celica over the guardrail, and we just had met the dude, and he had it in his hat and Bill in his hat. But when we wrecked, like it was such a bad wreck that he lost it, and we had to get out of there because there was a cop chasing us, obviously, and we ran through the woods, like I know 10 miles, and it was nighttime, and I was dead sick. He had to
push
like
you up the hill.
ram me up the hill because I had no freaking strength. It was bad. It was really bad. I was hurt. We was all hurt.
Yeah.
Like
And
it ran.
they didn't go to no hospital, y'all. They didn't call
No.
no law or claim that vehicle. It had somebody else's tags. It all got brushed under the rug. The very next day, they were back downtown. Like, you know, we told them stuff like that. Like, you remember when somebody we know hit a kid? Like they were driving a vehicle and they hit a kid. Like a kid was on a dirt bike. And to be fair, y'all, the kid jumped the road. Like the kid jumped over the. Like
we barely hit the clip end of his.
Yeah, and the kid was fine. The kid was fine. And and how did you handle that situation?
I ran like a track star. And the kid was on me like a track star. I'm going to tell you that right now. He was like a 17-year-old track star. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
He was on me. I went back to the scene of the crime. He was so on me, like on my heels.
That was our life though. Like y'all hit a kid and then ran, like, which he was fine. You know, I'm not, you know, but like that was, and I was done the same
But
thing,
the parents tried to make it way worse than it was. Remember, they're like, get down on the ground, and the kid was like, I'm fine.
Yeah,
He was like dusting himself off,
ordering the kid like to fake it, like.
Yeah, he like jumped off and like dusted himself off, and he's like, I'm fine. And she's like, get back down on the ground.
Yeah. So like,
but like that was an
accident.
accident. Like we was just driving down the road, and boom, you know, we're like, what the heck just happened? You know,
what's wrong, baby? Come, mama. Daddy, come here.
I woke up in jail the next day, like, what the fuck?
Hey, Jerry. I see you. But yeah, like that. Yeah, you woke up in jail. Yeah, the vehicle was like, it was like my car and everything. That was crazy. Like I remember that, just getting a call like, hey, you know.
And then I ended up knowing the kid's dad, and he texted me. He's like, well, he shouldn't have been ramping in the middle of the road. That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope you're not mad at us. I was like, it was a complete accident. You know, like we tried to swerve, and he's like, no, he should not have been in the road.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have been, but still, like, you know.
Yeah, but the cop said, you guys shouldn't have been in the road either. You have no license. That's what the cop said.
Well, touche, I guess, officer.
Yeah, he's like, both of you should not have been in the road. So
it's just, I don't know. And I'm just so grateful, too, that I don't live that life anymore. Like, I sit here and laugh about it. But that's why I laugh about it, because, like, that person was a dumbass. Like, that, you know, and just, I feel like when I talk about my old life, I really feel like I'm, like, watching a TV show or reading a book, or, like, talking about a movie or a book or something, you know? Like, for one, because some of the stuff's so crazy, but not only that, like, because of just, it doesn't even seem real. It doesn't seem like my life.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking
I know exactly
personal
what you mean.
experiences. Yeah, like I feel like I'm talking about somebody else's life. Like,
Yeah, because it's like a blur to me. And what makes me mad the worst is that I wasted so many of my younger years chasing that. You know what I mean? And like now I'm 40 years old and I'm like, I just wasted all my 20s and 30s in and out of prison, in and out of, rehabs, in and out of halfway houses, when I could have been doing what I'm doing now. Like, who gets their first license at 38 years old? You know what I mean?
I think about that, like my husband, like, I think about too, like when I came down here when I was very first pregnant with Braylon, if I would have stayed down here, like maybe we could have met then and had, 12 more years or 8 more years or whatever, What, baby? What is it? Is it Pop? Okay, Daddy will fix it. But yeah, like, I just like I could have had, my kids maybe could have been older. I could have had more time with them because I had my last 2 babies so old in life. Like I feel like I'm gonna be old while they like, like I'm afraid I'm not gonna see them married or have kids or stuff because like.
Well, but you're so young. Really, you're not 40 and got a 2-year-old.
I'm 35 with a 2-year-old. Like,
I'm gonna go back to 35. Let me go back.
Like
they called my last pregnancy a geriatric pregnancy because I was 38. I was like, what?
That's what I told Darius. If I would have been any old, 35 and older is geriatric. Like,
I was like, excuse me? I'm not that old.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, I know, like, I had to learn stuff so late in life.
Oh.
Like, I had to learn.
2, I want to tell everybody that I've been off Suboxone and Sublocade since February 7th of this year with 0 withdrawals. 0 withdrawals.
I heard it's supposed to work like that. I heard
it does. It is great. It is magic. I'm telling you that now.
Hey, babe, you're going to have to give him your phone. His tablet's dead. Gotta get your phone.
My last Sublocade shot was February 7th. So you think if I was going to fill any withdrawals, I'd have done Felton. It's freaking October.
Yeah, for sure. Like it, and that's amazing. That's a game changer. I saw a video on it the other day, and yeah, it was like that is a real life game changer. Like, because even like the Vivitrol and stuff, you have to get every month or every however long. Or whatever, like.
So I'm nothing, 0, nothing, and doing it. Like, that's crazy to me. I told my husband the other day, I was like, this is the first time in my life that I've not been on something. Like, that is insane.
I played that game that I played on my show yesterday or whatever. It was like something about if your younger self could see this video or whatever, like, what would they say? And I was like, I would have some smart thing to say, and I would not believe it was real. Like, I would not believe that I was sitting here. Dude, I own my home. Like, that's crazy. I never in my life thought I would own a home. Like,
right.
Like, just things like I work all the time. We have, like, I pay car insurance. Like, that's, that's stupid. But, like, it's a
when I got in a wreck with the semi, I was like, come on, where are you at? Like, the cops, because I had insurance. He hit me, and I'm like.
Any other time, I'd have been running through the woods.
Yeah. I'd have been like, peace out. Left the car and everything.
Reported it stolen on the bus. I'm running through the woods, like.
Yeah, for real. That's why I told my husband. I was like, you really don't even know how I used to be.
Yeah.
Like,
I also
your bank account dry.
I rolled it with me and my 3 kids. Rolled a car not too long ago, and like I felt the same way. Like I was just like, waiting for the cops. No big deal. Went to the hospital. Everything. Like any other time in my life, I'm like, I have the worst luck. I'm like other people I've seen, like while we were actively getting like wrecks and get a bunch of money. Not me, dude. I'll get in a wreck and like. Really
I told the cop like, thank you so much he treated me with respect, and he was a state highway patrol, and I was like, I want to tell you thank you because I've had run-ins with cops since my record and stuff, and I was like, you treated me with respect. And I was like, and I just want to thank you for that. He's like, you don't have to thank me. He said, I could see you every day over and over again. And he's like, I would treat you the same way.
Yeah, and see, that's the way they should be. And that's what I was saying earlier, like about the cops. Like, it's our fault. Like, they should, like, okay, they probably did take us to jail and tear our family apart. Maybe your kid went to CBS or whatever. But, bro, whose fault was that? Like, why'd you have a warrant? They don't just issue warrants for no reason. I struggle with that, I think in our addict minds, though, like we, once we get clean, like we realize how, like, I always think another day about like the stupid shit we would get mad at people for. Like, I remember getting mad at somebody because literally, like, when I went to jail when I was pregnant or whatever, I had called this person and I was like, "Can I stay the night at your house?" And they were like, "No," because I was a drug addict and they didn't want me at their freaking house. And I went to jail that night and like had Raylan in jail and all that stuff. And I got really mad and was like, it's all their fault that I had my kid in jail and she went to foster care. And then like once I got clean, I'm like, whose fault that was? But mine.
I just changed it from people.
Doing the dumb shit. So
yeah, for sure.
But
sorry, I'm hungry.
No, you're fine. I haven't eaten either. I know. I thought they were making breakfast earlier, but I guess I didn't get any. You're right. Right when we were gotten on, I was trying to figure it out. But I was gonna ask something about the story earlier. Oh, when you got into carnitis and stuff, you were still in Bethel then, right? Because you went to that.
I was at my mom's, and I knew instantly because I could feel it in my chest. Like I felt like I had pneumonia. When I would breathe in, it would like hurt really bad. And I laid there. I laid there for like 2 weeks before I went. What is it?
You were still like in Claremont County though.
Or I was at my mom's in Hamersville.
Yeah, you hadn't went up north yet.
No, it was when I came back.
So so like now let's say, I guess I like to ask them like recovery stuff at the end always. If you could go back and step beside your younger self at like what you consider your worst time, what would you say to yourself? Like what would you say? One thing.
Probably that, like, I don't know, like probably that like numbing your emotions and stuff and numbing yourself is only going to work for so long. Like, and I wish that I would have sought help, like to learn how to deal with my emotions and all that before, the rugs.
Yeah.
I wish that I would have seen like a counselor or something like that because I had mental health before I even started it. That's what I believe started me using is my mental health, trying to escape my own self,
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I didn't know how to reach out.
Like with your childhood and stuff, like you've been through a lot. Your dad died pretty young, when you were pretty young.
Yeah.
The man you considered your father. And like, like I said, you went through a pretty tough time, just like I did. Like I know a lot of and I hate to blame, like I'm a big girl, I made my own decisions or whatever, but like really a lot of I feel like some of us, like me, like we really didn't stand a chance. Like how would we have not, followed?
Like not to bash my mom or my dad or anything, but that's what they did, and that's what I seen, and I hated it. And I always said when I grow up, I'm never going to be like them. But I ended up growing up being worse than them ever.
See, not me. I went the other way. I saw it, and I thought I idolized my dad so much. I thought it was so cool that I wanted to be like. I started like doing the gardening stuff at 9 years old. And then I just gradually, I went on and on, and like with my family allowing it to like, I can remember like, my dad like allowing me to do the pain medicine and the stuff like that, like. Young.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't do it until I got older. She wouldn't let me do it until I got older. So, but she would like leave cigarettes laying around and stuff like that.
Yeah. And like I know we both have older siblings. Like I know my siblings kind of helped with my introduction to, you know what I mean.
She knew what I was doing, but she didn't want to admit to her own self. And until I got like 18, and then she'd start like doing stuff with me.
Yeah. And I just, I don't know. Your mom,
and she's doing good today. She is clean and sober. All my sisters are.
I was going to say your whole family. That's really, and like I said, Kandra comes from a family where everybody just about you. Is Rachel doing well as well?
My mom's here right now. Mom, I see you.
Is she?
Yes, Connie Hessler joined. Just when I said that too. Ain't that crazy?
We were just talking about you, Connie, Mama.
Until I say like, I think like with Miranda passing, it just like messed up our whole family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know,
And like
I
now,
feel
I just want to like do it for her and show her that I can do that because that's what she would want. Is us to be sober and live normal lives. She said, "I love you guys." Mom did.
I love you. I can't see. Why can't I see that?
She's calling on mine, I guess.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
She keeps
But
joining.
like,
She must be kicking herself out. She don't know much about TikTok.
I know I struggle, like I try to like think about my dad's death as like a blessing and to stop, like if I have to, it had to happen, it already happened, it's over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I try to think of it in the best way that I can as like, he was my downfall. Like I would always go back up to him. Like
He
I
was
think
a
I'm
daddy's
several
girl for
times.
sure.
Yeah, and so like maybe I had to lose him to be able to move on with my life. Like, and I hate saying that because I would give anything to have my dad back, anything. But like he's gone, so like if I have to get something from it, like I think that I have to, I have to try to accept the fact that maybe that's what God had to, create the situation for me to be able to move away from the people, places,
And
and things
he
that
would
took me
want
down.
you to
Oh
be the
yeah,
best version of yourself.
absolutely. Especially with all these kids, you know what I mean? Like,
And you're doing it. Look at you. Like, you was never a kid
yeah,
person, really. I mean, you always had Bobo, but you was never like, and you just have done the
no.
damn thing.
And
I'm
I
really proud
love
of
my
you.
kids too. I hold them and sing to them and
Oh,
dance
Mom
with
said your
them.
dad
And
would be so proud of you.
thank you, Con.
My
Yeah, I
mom
like,
loves your dad. I think my mom had a crush on your dad. I'm not even sure.
like even my nephew, he turned 18 yesterday, guys, and he moved in with me, like, because,
Is he there right
because
now?
he is Brian. Come here for a
Got
sec.
her.
But yeah, like
Okay. That's okay.
I don't know. That's what my dad would want. That's what I was getting at, though, is that he loved the kids, guys. He was all about the
It's
kids.
fun.
My dad was really all about like taking care of the kids, even like in our addiction. He
Yeah,
made
he would
sure
always make sure the kids was taken care of.
Yeah, you have to get like behind me. Come around.
Oh my God, I'm probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
Mom said no, I did not have a crush on him.
There you go.
Hi, Bobo.
He's so
You
big,
don't even know who
ain't
I am, does he?
he? He said hi, KK.
Oh, I love you.
He said I
He's
love you
embarrassed.
too. Yeah.
I love you so much.
He's grown.
He's a grown man.
Look at that guy.
Mom said
Okay.
no, I did not.
Huh? A big old ball. But yeah, like
I was just playing, Mom.
Yeah.
She said no, I did not. And that's what me and Carrie was talking about your sibling. And she's like, it hurts my heart because he was such a great person. Like, cause that's how I met him, was to Carrie.
Yeah, and I feel like I have lost a part of him that I will never get back, because even when he gets clean and stuff, he's not the same. Like,
He's not the same person. It's like one of those people that they don't come back from it.
Yeah. And years and years and years will do that to you, like eventually.
It says my life's about to end.
Oh, why?
We have detected inactivity during your current life. Complete the verification. What?
What's it say?
It says I gotta drag a puzzle piece. What the heck? Okay, I guess I did it. It said that it was going to end my life because of inactivity. And I needed to do a puzzle piece or something.
We've been going live for like 45 minutes now, yeah.
That's the longest I've ever been live.
Baby girl. I love her little hair. My little baby girl, they're almost the same age, and she don't have no hair yet. Like,
I know, that's crazy. All my kids came out with hair, like hair. And I'm losing mine. They're probably the ones that took it.
And I think it's just so crazy that we can sit here today and we talk about our kid. Like, dude, like we're moms, like, and not just moms in the fact of like we have kids. Like, we're moms. You stay at home, like you stay at home with your kids and don't do nothing else but kids all the time, and that's amazing. Like,
He's never been away from me one day.
and for me to know you too with your patience and your anxiety and your mental health and stuff, like for you to be around a child 24/7 is incredible. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Because I'm
it speaks
not the
volumes
person.
about your growth
Yeah.
for sure. So we got like 15 minutes left. If you want, we can play this game for a little bit.
Okay.
Answer a few questions. Hold on. I'm trying to keep my webcam. I know I'm looking goofy, guys, but I'm like trying to point the webcam at the thing where we're streaming on the tablet instead. I don't know. But anyway.
Get down. She's obsessed with lights. And she finds a way to climb up there and get the lights every time.
Yeah,
No.
my kids climb on everything, like any and everything that they literally can.
No.
So the game has. I'll read the rules to you really quick. I might be able to bring.
Hi, everybody that's joining.
We're doing, yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching us, guys. We're gonna, Kandra told her story. We talked for a little bit. Now we're just gonna play a little game for a while. It's like answer some recovery questions. Our viewers are welcome to join. I'm glad people are watching. I tried to do this yesterday, and we really didn't have that many people watching. All right, so the game is called. Hold on 1 second. Let me get somewhere. Alright, the game's called Truth, Trauma, or Triumph. I'm just going to read the rules instead of trying to show them on the screen. Okay. The rules are this.
You're going to have me all confused. You already know I'm...
Time is not a factor. Oh, wait. All right.
Out.
If the viewers want to play, you guys drop numbers in the chat when I ask you to. We're going to go in order. Anybody that drops a number, your number will be answered. If no one in the audience wants to play, then we'll take turns picking numbers. If the audience gives numbers, then we'll take turns going first.
I can't hear you.
Numbers. You can't hear me at all?
No, my husband.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to talk to me.
Each prompt, you can answer however you want. If you want to just answer it, if you want to tell a little story about it, the answer, whatever, is fine. Take as much time as you want. We have more than enough time. If you want to pass, if you can't answer it, you think it doesn't apply to you, you don't want to answer it, and say that. Questions come from more than one source, so if some seem redundant, I know a lot of times in recovery, our questions will have more than one answer. If you don't have another answer you want to share, just say that you feel like you already answered it, or just say pass. Whatever way, there's no right or wrong way to answer the questions. After we answer the questions, we'll give anybody watching a chance to answer if they want to. There's 4 questions placed randomly on the list. If we pick one of them, they're for the very end of the show because they're like different things. Like you get to pick the outro music and stuff like that. Have fun and remember. Oh, mine's trying to end now too.
Yeah.
It says have fun and remember.
Leanna, how about we try to play the game later? I have to use the bathroom really bad, and he keeps trying to tell me something that he's about to go do, and I cannot hear anything he's saying.
Okay, we can do the game another time.
We can do it later if you want.
Yeah, we can maybe jump on just a TikTok live later and do the game, guys.
I don't mind doing that. Maybe we should do live on TikTok more often together.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we have a lot of stuff to talk about. This is actually technically supposed to be an episode of my podcast, so we can go ahead and wrap this up. We've been live for 15
minutes. And it's not that bad when it's just me and you, even if there's no viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can play the game.
You'll get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we really don't need to have that many viewers for the game and stuff. But if anybody wants to come back and join us, we'll be live this evening and we'll play a game. We'll answer some questions.
Yeah.
There is some guest interaction, involvement, or audience interaction. If you guys do want to play, you'll have a chance to answer the questions. Heck, some of you guys can jump on and co-host with us. You know, we'll have a good time.
Yeah, that would be cool. But, or share like our recovery community can come in, and I have a lot of people in here that's in recovery. I don't want to.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody who wants to come on and join us and play the game, we'll have a good time. We'll do a post here in a little bit, guys. Keep follow our pages or whatever, and we will do a post when we nail down a time right here in just a little bit. All right.
Okay, I love you. I have to use the restroom really bad.
I love you. All right, guys.
I love you too, and I want you to know that you are my sister, even though that we're not together anymore. You're my sister.
Always.
Always. Okay.
All right. Bye.
I love you.
Love
Bye,
you.
everybody.